Joe. I am going to go basically stream here, test some things out. Normally, I like to just build and kind of go through what I'm working on. Today, I need to get some things nailed down. Is that the right phrasing? I need to get it moving, and wanted to just see what I can figure out on my own. For the most part, like I've been building like applications that are like web-based applications, and I've been doing that through using Windsurf and Vercel um, and GitHub. Using a few like of the standard stuff that people are using to get applications out there. So I'm going through some of that. So some of the stuff it does get into me trying to juggle security and making sure that I'm not like giving away passcodes and stuff like that because that's happened before. So anyway, I'm gonna just kind of go with it here. I want to go over the app that I launched or the new website for I put together a site for the followers on X. Um, it is follow So I have to get followtronics.com to be a recognized on Google searches, Bing searches, and things like that. So I got to figure out how to, accomplish that. And yeah, I know basically I got to index it on Google. I have to do a couple things, and then I got to see if I can get it to go anywhere. So hopefully this is helpful to some people. But the cooler part is actually the site. Um, so I always kind of a big user of X, and I have an account which I just got Joe Pro, which is pretty sweet, I think. And so what I noticed about some of the things on X as I do this, I'm going to check my stream and just make sure that I can hear myself and all. Let me pull it up on my phone. It's a little less obnoxious. I can see myself. That's cool. Got one view maybe. Hey, anybody that's watching. But yeah, basically, we're gonna go over some apps. I'm gonna try to do SEO. I don't know much about that from previous learning or anything. I just know it's a whole heap of work that people dedicate themselves to, and I respect that a lot. So I'm gonna try to learn some of that and go through that. But let me check the sound settings and everything, and we'll have some fun with it. Um, and I'm losing followers, so that's always a plus. But the sound settings and everything, and we'll have some fun with it. Cool. So I'm gonna yeah, basically just go through it from here. Um, we got try not to sniffle. That is rule number one. Uh, but I'm gonna go and show you what the site's all about. So basically, with going and working with X, I've been trying to um, grow an account, that is, I've been doing a lot of work in AI and a lot of things that I've been enjoying with it and want to kind of have like an outlet is what the X has always been is like place for, kind of showing off this stuff like, I'm learning and trying to do things, but it's also got this dynamic to it where you get analytics and all this stuff, and you get followers that follow you over time and followers that leave you. And there's like this one thing that kind of irritated me about that whole thing is that so when you post something, you usually get like a certain amount of people will see it off the bat, and I believe it's like a certain percentage of your following, and then a certain percentage maybe of like random. But I don't know about that because I have gotten random before. But I do know that it goes to some of my followers, and then they basically give the initial, like, if it gets any impressions or not, then it's going to go somewhere. So I've been trying to find out, like, it seems like that group of people would have a say in whether or not it's good. So if that group of people was to be able to determine that my things were to, say, come up on their feed, they can um, do the opposite of interacting with it, is like blocking or unfollowing immediately, doing muting, doing things to actively show the algorithm that the account is not worth its time. And I believe that that happens a lot actually. So there was like this thing where I see like people unfollowing kind of on a regular kind of pattern, and I'm like, who are these people? And I'm like, and what is going on? Because I got like the standard, you know, core group of people that you interact with, and there's good, you know, group of community and people that are don't talk to you for a while and then they come back and it's great. But there's always that factor of like, hey, if someone that's got 100,000 followers is following you and then they see your post, and just because they want to, they unfollow you, that will trigger the algorithm, in my opinion. That would trigger it to say that this person's not worth the time. So it was on my best interest to find out who those people were, because I feel like it was manipulative. Um, anyway, I dug down and I thought that the way to do that is to get a group or get all of your followers. So if you go to the profiles, you can see like I'm losing followers as I speak, but I got a bunch of followers. But like some of these followers I don't know are legit. Like, do not speak that. So, and why would Sarita exactly follow me? Don't know. So I don't know this person. I don't know if to follow back. I don't know anything about it. I do recognize some of the you know, accounts and stuff that come up. But yeah, so there's just there's tons, like tons of people, and like it's kind of gets a little hazy that uh, you know, to see who is there. So the best way to do that is to get a program that is going to be able to go through and give you the lists of your followers. So the goal was to get the list of the followers, and to do that, you go through different channels, and I paid the XAPI, the $200 plan, to see, you know, where I can work through the followers and get through some of the data. And there's some ability to pull like I think a certain amount of followers of you know, up to a certain amount. But basically, it gets blocked pretty quick about like when you're trying to pull or put an API call to the followers, right? So I found out that the followers API is actually enterprise, and enterprise is actually 45 grand a month. So, you know, that's just basically monopolizing it. And it's up to X to do whatever they want, but don't act like a company that's giving out, you know, the they you know, claim a little bit more than of you know, the community giving than I think that they are, you know, presenting. So basically, I built something that will um, do its best to stay within every guideline that it can, and it gets the data. So I have Followtronics. Got I wanted Followalytics, but Followalytics apparently is owned by another person. They have another site that is up, so I was like, oh, I was gonna get Followalytics.ai, but then it's like, do you compete against? Sorry, and I guess I really got to get better at streaming because I go on rants. But Followalytics was like the initial idea, and then that looked like it was going to be trying to fight with somebody over the name. and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I just got another name, Followtronics.com, and I like it. So basically, you could export anybody's followers. You can um, do yours. You could do your friends. You could do your enemies. You could do anybody. It's great. So I've been using it. Like I think that's like the key of using like your own app is like then you're like it's like if you're utilizing it like both. I got two apps right now that I'm utilizing it, and then there's like a couple others that I'm like I have an NFT app that I'll show also, but it's like I don't know if I'm making too many NFTs, and it's really for like an art group that I see that may have issues. And then anyway, that's just going off tangent. So what this does is I'm going to show everything up to the payment, and then I'm going to block out the screen for me putting in. I have some things that I could do on my end that I don't have to pay. But basically, the pricing goes like this. So you put in your username, and it will go off of this. So 200 to 500 is free. If anybody has that amount, they're just starting out. They might need to know who and what is following them. You could fill up with 500 accounts that are bots, like nothing, and then be crying for months and months and months about how you're not seeing any interactions. So I think that they deserve just to get their accounts seen. And I think that that is a good offer. Then it goes up from there, as you can see the pricing. So this range down here is kind of like a non-tested zone. I'm going off of theory that that can work. If it doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll personally be going through and getting the lists. I could figure out ways to get a report done. But let's show kind of what it does. So you got an account. I got my account Joe Pro. Um, and then what the program does is it will check your following. It'll see how much you're working with, and then determine which account or which pricing you should be in. So it still doesn't do that, right? It's supposed to be 5 something, but I think I adjusted it. So I'll have to fix the pricing, but it goes up as I have this many accounts. It will show some of that it was pulled recently. So that will give an indication to your account whether or not somebody's actually looking at it to see what your followers are. Because you could really do anybody. You could do Elon Musk if you want. You just got to pay for it. So you just get the followers, and it'll tell you, whether or not you have the somebody's pulled it within a certain amount of time, and then it can do some analytics in the back end to compare followers. So what I'm trying to do is narrow down those single followers that might be uh, jumping ship to kill your account. Those people, I believe, are the people that aren't using X correctly or using it as a weapon, and that's kind of effed up. And then also the other part to this is killing all the bots. I mean, X could have killed the bots a long time ago. I don't know what is happening. Maybe it's bigger than I can think of. Is what the problem is. It's like I'm just a little fish, like a little fish, and they got bigger problems probably with bots than I even know. But I know that you can easily determine bots, at least ones that are obvious, and you could wipe them off the platform. So that's kind of there. So you get your account. You say it's going to be $4.99. Kind of gets you to go into it a little bit because I'm going to probably have to put the price up. Um, eventually here. But one of the cool features I add on is that it will do a report for you. Um, I feel like that's kind of the gist of a lot of other apps that are out there that are um, I don't know. I don't know what the other apps are doing, but I do know there's some really good apps out there that you could use. But you know, it's like I think you could use AI and you can get a lot of information from followers. So that's the path I'm going down. And basically, you could do. I think it's funny because you could do like a roast of the account. Let's see. Uh, you use the AI, and then you can go down and you can put your that's my email, and then it will check out. So I'll basically it'll bring you to a Stripe page, and then you could pay. So I'm gonna just blank out that screen for a second if I can do that. Let's see. So I don't know if you could see me or not, but you could probably hear me. So I'm just putting in the passwords and stuff here. Oh, right, and then okay. All right, so the payment went through, and now it's gonna go do its thingy thing. Um, so what it does in the background is it's doing it analyzing the account. It's getting the followers, and it is going to also then generate a presentation for you. So you can get your downloaded data in CSV, JSON, JSON, Excel formats. I usually just do Excel. Hopefully, there's nothing in my downloads folder that's too incriminating. But yeah, so I got my followers, and then it goes through and it gives you a sheet that is a report. And I think this is well worth $5. So you can get this information of all of your followers, and then you can do whatever you want with it. Like you should be able to. Like it's killing me that this is like people are beating their heads over this stuff all day. It's like if you just know who's following you, you know whose impressions you're getting, at least for the percentage of that you're allowed to do, and then you can determine who's getting access to it. So you could at least play the game fair, and then you could do your own bot detections, your own like filter by let's see. And I can add in this too. I just am choosing to see how this plays out, and then also then do an enhanced version where it gets you every gosh darn detail that could ever like right now that you see a verified column like it doesn't really. Let's see, enable editing. Hopefully I don't have to do anything crazy, but okay. And then I want to do who is following, do it sort. Right, let's do that. So it's following 0 people. Like it's probably an ambassador following 0 people. So that might be like I don't know, but these are people that I'd be looking at. Um, Followers. Let's see. Do this. So like this person just started maybe I don't know, but there's a lot of people that are possibly not real here. So yeah, I would go through and I'd figure out that. What I've been doing is yeah, like there's some people's bios that I probably can you know really determine what what they're into and whether or not you want to follow them or not. And then yeah, so that gives you the data, and you could do as you please. And then also, if this works, which it looks like something maybe broke, and I'll try to fix this live too, which will give some insight to that. Um, I should be putting together a little report. and then it sends it off via email. So, probably shouldn't go into my email, but whatever. You guys are all friends, right? So nothing yet. So I got my emails up and then my X. So I didn't get that. So something's broken in the reporting or something is delayed. So what part of it is part of building these apps is working with Vercel is like this golden company that basically runs edge computing. That they do a whole bunch of stuff, but they are big on the allowing for you to build and execute programs on their environment, and you could host on their environment. So you basically, I have like websites that are on the Vercel, and this is the back end. It's probably the definitely something that is private. I recommend that if your accounts, don't be streaming them. I mean, but that'd be crazy. But yeah, basically, I got my project here, and then it goes to the domain. You could kill it if you go to it, but uh, or I'm assuming that somebody that was looking to not get the best of intentions for me is they could do a lot of damage with this, but I'm just rolling with it. So Vercel is a place where I have my deployments. Looks like 2 hours ago is the last deployment, and then my buddy Windsurf is where I've been kind of playing around here. So I've been using Claude Opus 4.5 thinking. It uses a lot of credits, but I think it's I think it's better. I think it knows like it's hard for me to tell because I've been using Claude. Uh, what is it? Sonnet 4 or 5 is it? Sonnet 4 or 5 thinking for a while. Think. Yeah, I've been using Sonnet basically for a while, and it's been just gold. So Opus has just been that much more gold. Um, yeah. So let's see here. What am I gonna do? I need no. This is what I want. So that is that. Then that is stuck. So go to your logs. What's going on here? So I found a gamma that exists. I don't care. Make a new one. Hmm. Do I have it make a new one? Uh, yeah. So I usually just go back with Windsurf or I've used Claude Code too. I just find this layout just works for me. Um, and you get some answers here. Let's go back to this. There we go. So it gives you a presentation. I don't know what got jammed up there, but yeah, I'll have Windsurf figure that out and push a new build. But then you get a presentation. Hopefully it did. Oh, see, yeah, see, something's up with the presentations here. I'll let that complete, and then I'll show you it should send out an email. Oh, yep, seeing that, I got an email that says it gave me my data. Your follow data is ready. It says view your presentation. Invalid, I can't have that. I gotta fix that. And it's secure, so why would it say suspicious? I gotta get this thing SEO'd, if that's the terminology. I gotta get it optimized for search engines. Is that what SEO stands for? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Um, okay, so we are gonna go do that too. So let's get this going. And then if anyone wants to, I see 4 people watching. Thank you for checking me out. 2 people on another channel. So thanks. I'm primarily I go on X. If you want to comment in or have me look at an account, if you even are like big account, we could pull your data if you want, and I could send it to you, free or whatever. I'm not really at it for the money right now. I'm more trying to get it flowing. It would just be cool to have an app or have X in a way start making me some money, um, make me a product that makes me money. I don't. It's kind of the goal, right? Of building. So it'd be cool. But yeah, if anyone wants anything, you could chime in on X, and then any of the chat platforms. I should be able to read it, and I can do that. But it basically says that that's that URL is that. I'll fix gamma docs. Okay. So if you're unfamiliar with Vercel, what happens is that it pushes to my GitHub, which then triggers Vercel to build another deployment. And yeah, so that's the fun. The fun of what I be doing at night is building some stuff and troubleshooting it, and then I don't know, drive myself crazy over X probably. I mean, I want to know what the data is saying. It's something to do. So basically, I got a new Followtronics. And then if I go back to this Followtronics, it should be all still the same. So it should, no, that's not the right URL. Yeah. Uh, and I'll get this working instead of just showing you a presentation because it should be working for the people. But as far as right now goes, I have only a few customers that kind of came in. They've been happy with what they've gotten. The sheet itself, I mean, it's worth the money. Um, it gives you a list of your followers so that you can go through and make decisions about what you want to do with that. Um, I think when you get into the thousands of followers, it is a bit hard to keep track of everybody. And if they're affecting your account, you should know about it. Plus, there's a lot there. You can find out a lot about these other people that are claiming a lot of things, and um, it's kind of bullshit. So some of it needs to be called out, and if you're the squeaky wheel, maybe it will get brought to somebody's attention. Most likely, what will happen is that um, X will just say no to whatever I'm doing, cut me down. But um, for now, we got a exporting of your followers list or anybody else's, um, and then you get a little presentation, which I'm trying to fix. Okay, and we'll wait for that to go. So I see I'm not maybe holding too many people's attention, but yeah, so you can get your information. Hopefully, if this works out, I plan to build it for other channels as well. I know that they can use some control. Um, but yeah, yeah. The goal is to get this working 100%, and then I can move on with whatever else I'm doing. Um, Thanks for joining. Um, Feel free to let me know anything that you guys are interested in. Um, the three apps that I have, so we'll focus on Followtronics Followtronics for right now. Um, we'll see what's going on next. Okay, come on. Mm, mm, Okay, let me see. So this is the link. Um, I'm gonna give this back to Windsurf. And if you're using you use Claude Code, you use any of the AI like ID type of things, you can just give the information, usually the errors and things like that. I work with the AI to troubleshoot. Um, but right now, I'm going to say this themes staying bit bit themes are like they're coming out the same uh, theme uh, and this is the link to last one. We'll see what it has to say. But they've been coming out like the background. There's like a whole bunch of themes that could go down here, and it should maybe pick between instead of like whatever color this is, like vanilla kind of color. It could do better. But yeah, it basically says it does like a roast of my account. And the results, interesting casts and fun facts. So it gives me like cool follower rundown. And yeah, it gives you some real great accounts to kind of work with. Um, and then I've been tweaking this to show different metrics as well. Like if everybody's account that has um, John Cena follows usually is a big follower back, and it takes over because he's got like a million people. But yeah, so then you can see like some of your huge accounts and your growth strategies and your way to do it. Um, yeah, it gives a lot of good intel, and you can pretty much make that. The way I look at this, right, is like if you use this, you could one get your data for pretty cheap, you could get you could probably sell this. Like you could offer a service where you could pull this data, and you pull this data, you give them a report, you charge them $20, and that's or more. It's like, and then you have basically a printed machine. But I got to get fix this view presentation. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. Is like you can get your followers and you can understand what's going on X. So I find like that there's a lot of I want to kind of report to that. It's like not all Nigerian accounts are fake, but it'd be good to know all of them. There are a lot of fake accounts. No offense, but I like the ones that say like I grew. So like this is stuff I read all the time. It's like lost 600 followers over the last few days. If you use my tool, you would be able to figure out who those people were. Um, yeah, or you probably someone's bots are. Uh, so like, yeah, what's going on here? It's a pretty decent like following, and you know, some person trying to go and get going, but mm, yeah, I'm just looking for anybody because I usually see like a ton of people that are. I've grown 1,000 followers in 3 days by drinking chocolate milk and posting about it, and it's like, what? And then it's like, some people work their asses off. Like, freaking know people that are like stressed about this dang company, and it's like, it's like little fairness is due, I think. Um, so this will be an equalizer of showing you the people that are following who and what and why. Um, mm, okay, so the next one should look good. So let's try this again. I don't want to just target anybody, like go out and just start picking people's accounts to like show reference to you guys here. Um, if you have any accounts, feel free to message me. But yeah, I'm just gonna see if this works now, and then I can kind of call it as a working product. Um, and I added 7 more days for lower prices. If and people want, you can DM me. I'll probably give you a code that will get you your followers for free. And we do it again. So some people are look to possibly get like like a index of where their progress is from follower to like from the start of the month to the end of the month. This is fully capable of doing all that. I just haven't built the enhanced version of this. I think it's cleaner if you don't have user accounts signing in and all that. because then it's managing the user. Yeah, $20 a month, sounds nice, but it's like I think you get the data and then that you can move on with your life. But yeah, storytelling narrative. Uh, Artist. Um, I don't think that of myself, by the way. Uh, there are plenty of great artists out there. I do think I'm pretty good though. Okay, we'll go back. Honestly, I do not want to get another $5 charge, so bear with me. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Oh, I might have just given the code away. It's all right. If you use the code, I will be happy. If you caught it within that second, that 1 second that code was there, um, and you use it, good for you. You get free data. I'm gonna. It ends tomorrow anyway. Um, so there we go. And then you get the data. Download your data, and then we'll hopefully see this go through, and we'll hopefully see a new email. But you can get it in the formats. Make sure all these formats are right. Yeah. And it's not new technology. I mean, I've seen some um, like extensions that do this. Um, there's some other things. Mine is just a site that's going to be give a little bit more detail. Um, be nice to get to know some of these people too. Like I think that there's a lot of my followers that I get along with, um, and I don't ever really see their stuff. That's the other thing. Like I think if I go to my X now, if I click on anybody, no one's my follower. Not many. Um, I want to see you guys. That's what I want. And then, dang, killing it, John Cena. I mean, these are all big accounts. And yeah, there's and if this gives is shocking to anybody, the amount of public data that is out there is way more than this. So yeah, it's not too difficult to get public data from the places that it's all stored. It's just you gotta know the right uh, money needs to be paid to the right APIs is what it is, for at least the way that it's going for my development. I guess maybe there's like other things that's not. I guess now it wouldn't be maybe gearing away from API calls and like MCP servers that are giving out the data. Eh, that's just me rambling. Um, but yeah, so you got to make some calls, and they're all legit to get the public data that is there, and then you can formulate lists and do all sorts of things. I was gonna make this open source, so that people could just build their own. It's not all about the money sometimes. Um, it'd be nice to make some money, but I don't necessarily, you know, like starving for it. Um, I want to get. Oh yeah, that would be another thing. I want to get I like the metrics. I like on X. I like how you can go in and you can see all the different stuff. I like the radar. People don't like that. I like to see what the trending metrics are. I like to see I just got the handle Joe Pro. I've been Joe Pro AI for a while, and it restarts your whole metric system. So that's interesting. You can see now I've been bouncing between probably 520 and 450 for months now. It's like I don't I don't know what to do with that information. It's like I'm not hitting the 5 million impressions mark. That would be cool to do, but I don't see. I'd have to really do a lot, I think, for my account. I think I don't know. I gotta talk with some people that know much more about X to get me, moving along. But yeah. So the metrics are what I like, and then trying to figure out how to make this all just better is fun for me. Um, and so I can basically I'm collecting a lot of this data is where I can see like mine 32% and Nigerian. I flag these all the time. I'm like it's got to be fake. Um, so who knows? Maybe a majority of mine are fake, but I got to go through that. That's one of the things that I need to do. Um, Anybody that's interested in, why I'm, doing streams, I like to try to make this work, stream in, and hopefully give some help to anybody that's, following me or anybody that tunes into the stream. Um, uh, that's kind of the goals of it. Um, and yeah, the video hours and stuff, it adds up to like impressions, I guess. Like if you're into the metrics like I am, you can kind of get your numbers to you know, look interesting, more interesting, with like different views of different things. Um, yeah, so I like to look at that. Looks like okay, so that must be what is going on. So switching from I was Joe Pro AI for a while, now I'm Joe Pro. The handle switch had these metrics where it was cut off, like I didn't have all my past. Um, Now I do. So there must be some catch up or some things going on in the background once you switch your handle that they need to get going. Because I want to switch my name to be just Joe Pro now, kind of cut off the AI. Um, in theory, like the AI, um, it would be like a flag or trigger for some to just say nope. And Joe Pro might be a trigger for some people to say nope, but I'd like for that to be the trigger. Not that AI is. I don't think it should be, negatively characterized. But I don't know, like my almost every one of my family members that is like of the younger generations, like they're like all AI slop and like it's all they all follow the trends and it's like yeah, come on, cut it some slack. It's pretty amazing. Um, so let's go back. What we want here. So this is still freaking doing that. So I'm just gonna be messing around with this for a while, going over that, and then possibly fix some of the other things that I'm doing. I'm planning to stream probably for another I don't know hour or so, and then maybe I might switch over. I don't know. Like I don't know anymore. It's like my streams are, um, I appreciate you guys for watching me, but they don't really. I don't know what you guys want. Like I could switch to gaming. I don't know, start juggling, um, and maybe that would be entertaining. So, um, I don't know. So this is one of the sites. So I'm trying to fix this generation. This is killing me. It should come up, but it might be working still. So let's go to the logs. So we're not getting anything. So we're waiting for some nonsense. Yep. Okay, didn't get that. Did I get any new emails? So I did. Says that it's processing. Let's check Gamma. That's kind of what I do. So I didn't create that. Yeah, so now it's not creating anything. I got another one that I'm building that I'll kind of start switching this stream to, talking about some of the other things um, that are in the work here. Um, and a lot of it's just like I'm coming up with the idea or I have the thought and I want to see it live. And if I get it live, then I want to share it. And um, that is the plan, but not a lot of people, I think, are interested in sharing other people's stuff or using it. I don't know. It's hard to market, I think. It's like, yeah, it's its own jungle, but I got to get the SEO going. So that was the next step. All right. So another good thing about these is that kind of pushes me in this direction. Yeah, because right now, Followtronics is like nothing, and it's probably going to be nothing. Who knows? I have hopes. Uh, there's little things that need to get added, meta tags, and got to create a site map. Okay, robots are there. Yep. Gotta go to Google and Bing, I think. Nothing. Saying this is the presentation, right? Yeah, does not exist. It didn't create the last one. I want to set it so that the presentations don't automatically create. Like, there's so many people that probably would rather see that this not exist, that they will go in and they'll try to drain my API by bots and things like that. Like, it's just the nature of this thing. It's like they want to see it fail, so uh, people will go in and they'll try to sign in, like so free. It's free to 200, 500, for example. So they'll go in and they'll you know find an account that's maybe like 250, and they'll nail it a couple times, but I have some blocks against that. But I don't want the presentations to be like, someone find out that there's like a free presentation, so it's going to generate the presentations, and then that does cost, but it's like I want to add it into the purchases, um, which I could also just add an enhancement, but I want to see if we can get people to it first. Uh, did it give me? Okay. Yes, this is what I need. Okay, do I need follow? Do I need to go to? Uh, I'm not gonna give that information out right now. Uh, I guess we'll go back here. All right, so that's stupid. I must have registered it under this. So where do we go from here? Oh, there's so many errors. Submit. I gotta add Followtronics. Add property. So you're gonna get blacked out for a little bit of this. But what's going on is that it needs me to verify that I own the domain. So I need to go into your host, like GoDaddy or Google, well, I guess Google Squarespace, um, and then you got to enter some DNS records. Which I have this one under a different DNS too. Yeah, this gets crazy when you start to try to build some of this stuff. Yep. Okay. All right. So I verified the domain, um, and now you go to the search console, and I give it the XML. So then it tells me that it's good. Couldn't fetch. Okay, so that's done. Request indexing for homepage plus export. Oh, that'd be lame if it's got to do all the checking. It's probably got to do that. So I'll move on. Go to the Bing webmaster. Okay, we'll do this for a second. Yeah, CNAME. Okay, and give me 2 minutes. Okay. Name that value of. Okay, it's just taking its time verifying. Um, So that's not working. So my DNS there. That's probably not gonna be good. Okay. I think I gotta do something with this. Okay, so it's gonna be that follow.com. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. So do one thing wrong here. Okay. Add that. Save it. Problem with DNS is that it could take up to 24 hours. So that sometimes is the pain, but it usually is pretty quick. So that's what I'm banking on. Is that this record that I'm trying to put in is to just verify that I own the domain com, and it's looking for a record, text record, CNAME record that is pointing at this number to points to verify bing.com, which I have set up. It's in the DNS only, and then it's set to auto. Yes. Okay. All right. So verified. Boom. Okay, and then we go sitemaps, and we go submit a sitemap, and we go, where's my sitemap? That's processing. Successful. Discovered 18 pages. What was this? Find out what this is. Probably a fee. Eh. So I think what's happening now is like I'm waiting for web crawlers to go through and crawl my website. No, it last crawled on 11:30 at 25, and then it discovered. So I'm trying to see. It should give me keywords. Hmm. Okay. See what that does. And if you're unfamiliar, this is basically just trying to get my name out there on the webs. So when people search for X exporting followers, Tronics, stuff like that, they'll kind of come up with my site and they'll be seeing what it is used for, and then I'll start to see people going to. So we got that. We got that. Okay. that's going to be looked at. Thanks for sticking around, anybody. That's I know this is pretty dry, um, but thanks. It helps, to not to know for one. Hopefully, I'm not just talking to nothing. And yeah, it's I think it's useful information that if I could pass along, that would be ideal. Um, so I've done that. So that's going to be done. Just trying to add some pages that say, if in case somebody looks for Twitter export, it's going to add some pages for that. It's fun. Um, let's see what this is doing. Errors. Can't be having that. The yeah, rule number one is don't be boring. Uh, the um, yeah, so it's been going on for about an hour and 20 minutes here. I'm going to show you once this is done. I'll kind of go through some of the other things that I'm working on just because I do want to also do that. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. I'm planning to probably stay up for a bit because I only have a few days that I have kind of off, and this is like time for me that I can do stuff that I kind of like. When this is my like hobby, I want to say, or my I'm driven towards this. This is like I don't know stuff that I want to do, but I get tied down by the not tied down. I got like work, so I gotta do that all week, and I love my job, um, and yeah, doing other stuff. I got family and all that, so I love them to death. Definitely higher priorities, I'd say. But yeah, and then also did we fix presentations? I feel bad for the AI that I don't feel bad, but the AI that has to deal with me. I've given up on the prompt engineering part of it. I just throw not slop at it, but I'm very much hey, the problem's this. Just fix it. He usually figures it out. If I have to get into any deeper prompting or anything like that, I'll have an AI do the prompting. I'm kind of lazy that way, I guess. AIs can do so much that I have it do every task that I do so that I can automate the things that I'm doing. And prompt engineering was the first to go. Okay. Um, I know. I thought this was required. Okay. I almost hit that X. Uh, So it'll eventually clear out those errors, hopefully. See what happened over here. I'm thinking this probably takes a little bit of time. I got a little notification. What's going on? Nothing important. All right. So let's go back to this. Let's see where we are in deployments. This is the newest, freshest page. So, yeah, I am going to just do me for now. Um, but my new hobby has been kind of going to, I guess it's maybe I should change up the way I'm doing things because, like, I don't know, I'm just not doing it right. But I've been pointing out people that are just calling out people's bullshit on fucking X and just saying, like, stop. Like, people are working hard to do stuff and they just like come around, oh, he sneezed and got a million impressions. Like, what? Come on. Okay. Okay. So the what I've been noticing for me on X is that like I don't think my account gets as much positive looks as is hoped for in an account. I think people just kind of look at my account and just be like, okay, keep doing what you're doing, and they follow me for whatever reasons. Hopefully for good reasons, but I have a feeling it's probably 50-50, like maybe less. I don't know. A lot of people I talk to, I'd actually talk to, they appreciate, some of the stuff I put out. But again, I feel like I could post something that is very equal to same accounts doing the same exact thing, the same exact times, and mine will just not. So like, and it's not shadow banned or anything like that. There's manipulation going on, and if not, fine. But if so, I'm gonna narrow it down and figure it out. Um, and that's the plan, man. So we got Followtronics doing its thing, and then did it not give me my thing? My report. sent an email? Mm-mm. I could also be running out of money on this. Oh, I got enough. Okay, so it is saying it just goes to nothing, right? F12. Oh, wait. So this is kind of more of, oh, I muted you out. So this is like the presentations that I'm thinking go to the people, but let's see. So this email is gonna say go to the presentation. From here it should refresh eventually and go to this. So I'll see if that works. Basically, that's my troubleshooting for now. I gotta get it so that it pops out one of these. It's all powered by Grok as well. I feel it's very good and is capable of handling this data perfectly. So it is doing some of the analysis. It still needs some tweaking. Um, but that would be the presentation. So I'm going to just have this. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we're looking at. I do like my feed. It's been getting better. Yeah. Nobody really making any claims of Excellent. So anyway, that's what Followtronics does. It can pull follower just data. I'm just fixing to tweak this and that, but it works. Followtronics.com. I'm gonna go back to see these emails. Being improve Followtronics, naps. Yeah, it's just saying welcome. All right, so I can review those later, so I'm not boring you with reading my emails. All right, so there's that. My other adventure, because I'm going to keep streaming if there's, um, you know, uh, time that I'm working on this stuff. I think it's good information that people could pass along. So I'm gonna kind of go through this one. This one's kind of the site I'm working on. I like my website. I don't think I know the direction it needs to go in at all. I've changed it multiple times. It's been on multiple platforms. People go to it, but it's like, what do I offer? Um, I started with Joe Pro AI, JoePro.ai. It's like a name that kind of rung with me from, just something completely different, and um, it is nothing to kind of like boast myself or like say like, oh, I'm the best. I just it was a name that had been given at some point, and I just was like, okay, and I went with it and went with AI um, uh, on the end of it, and now I have it in the without the AI. So I'm trying to work through that as well. But I do own JoePro.ai. And I want that to be a place where if people go, they can get some use. Right now, um, what I'm working on is I want this to. So this is my site. Um, I'm iffy on whether or not I want to leave that from like it does like a shooting star type of thing, um, and then it goes into like a neural net. Um, so it's a bit. I don't know. It's a bit. I like it, but I'm not. I usually like my opinions off from the like normal consumer or the user. What I like about it is like it's got some mouse hover, um, and it kind of puts a little neural network in the back. But if you click start building, that one it goes to my Calendarly, which is cool. The dev sandbox is basically you're gonna be able to launch like your own platform of um, edge node building. You could build. Um, I don't think it works correctly right now, but it does launch an environment. It does have it ready for you. It just needs permissions. Basically, this goes to a real place, and you can start developing on your own little Linux box or your own little environment, and then push out. The idea is like you will go and you'll say I want to build something in Next.js, whether it be a web app or whatever. You'll talk to some AI. That'll be like a small deployment of AI that will help out with building what you're looking for, and um, get at least, I think, I don't know, like get you to a point. And so that's the idea. Is we'll have all these little environments that you could spin up, little templates that you could use. Um, and I've built a bunch of stuff that's useful. I I got a lot that I've worked on that is like if other people had it in their like toolbox, they would be like, oh, just go to that and just go to that and just do that. So I'm going to template that and have people use it to build what they want. So like one example is like I use 11 Labs. 11 Labs is voice uh, can create digital representations of your voice. So I'm planning on getting that, synced up. But I have templates that create custom GPTs that could be a chatbot on your website. So that would be just a template, and then you just launch it, and then hopefully, like maybe that'll be like the first one I really look at, where you launch it, put in some customizations, tell it what you want, you get the code, have the code for or push it somehow, and then you'll have a chatbot on your website, or stuff like that. I don't know. So that's the idea of this. Then I got it's gonna be a pay. I'm liking the pay as you go type of thing. So instead of signing up and having all that jazz, I might have to do that, but you would just pay. Hey, I'm gonna use this for an hour at least. Um, Kind of give you maybe a timer, or maybe you'll use it for a week. That will be that plan. But right now, if we go back here, so we got this has got to be renamed. So, but these go to my 3 places. See if they all work. So right off the bat, so this goes to that. So I want to fix that. Okay. So I get that. Um, so that will go to that site. I have Stakesmith. Anyone that's interested in parlays for NFL games. I created this. I like to put together the parlays in DraftKings. I know it's gambling, betting, degenerates, all that sort of stuff. But I like to do it. I like to, put together parlays and numbers, and I don't, like to gamble, but because I lose money, and that I don't like. But it's nice to have a little favor, in your odds. So what this does is, uh, it is a, I'll show you. It can generate, it takes in what you want to bet. So it'll say I want to, just get like $100. Then you can put in your conservative, aggressive, blah blah blah, moderate, and then generate strategies. It'll look up all the things. It's pretty nice. Um, yep. So basically, these will give you like ideas of what are good odds to place. Almost everything in the NFL sports betting odds parlay gaming is like your win rate's going to be less than 50. Um, it's kind of the house is it's designed to win most of the time, but this will give you the most like I was going for like the best odds that are like kind of shots that are like you might lose, but like if you win, they'll be good. So this gives you like the same game bets, balanced attacks. It gives you all 15 strategies, and uh, this also what it does is I originally had it doing it through Daytona, but it could do what it can run is 10,000 iterations. What the hell? Great. So I got to fix that. Stupid. I hate it because I had somebody look at the site too, and it's broken. Basically, it runs uh, the Monte Carlo simulations on the plays that are happening in the parlay. So it'll run 10,000 iterations of that game or that scenario, and it'll see the odds. Now I'm basically going to tell it. That's broken. Uh, so this did 5,000 executions of the bet, and it gives you the stats of that. Just I've given you numbers. That's my game. Is like give you all the stats, and if you place a bet or you do that on your own, and then you could also just save these to your account as long as you're signed in. You could also do the mega parlay, which is just fun. Um, it is like I had Grok do some mega parlays for me one time, and it was like off by one, and I was like, whoa, like that was close. Like it was gonna possibly be, a small bet. You bet 50, it gives you 20 grand. Um, yeah, don't recommend it, but it's got 0% chance to win, but it's got 390, times payout. So this part is what kills me because it is running 10,000 executions of it, and just does this over and over again, and then you could save it, and then okay, so that is the gambling part, and then neural salvage is down. It looks like interesting. Um, let us go back to so that link is dead. So annoying. So if I go from here to here, what does it do? Am I missing something here? Spell it wrong. Oh, anyway, I'll figure out that. Um, okay. Neural Salvage is going to be my um, location for storing your, I guess, like the things that you want to keep for a very long time, permanent, make things that are like sellable. I'm thinking this is gonna like it scopes so much that it's like a big goal, but it's gonna it already does store your any media. or anything for 200 years in permanent storage, um, decentralized storage, uh, is unstoppable. It says it's like 200,000 nodes across the world, and it stores it as a NFT, uh, um, and that is basically written on the blockchain in a specific way, um, using I use Arweave, but that's the 200 plus year storage, and that is using AR to put it on the blockchain. I'll show you how it works. Um, so I have like you could have it. So I want to change this. Like this just feels AI and feels like childishy to me. But this is the concept. It's like you would have your things that you pro like any media that you have, you could store on here, and it first gets stored into your gallery, which is not decentralized, by the way. There's a part of it that is, and then a part of it that isn't. So this basically is just going to be your gallery where you can organize your best things. You'll have like a certain amount, but if you upload something, uh, let's see, we can upload one of my new images. Okay. Okay. So it's a colossal sphere that I have, and you can see like the name is all kind of annoying. Um, it's yeah. So you go there, it's like it gives you this pretty image of like what you got, and you can go there, and then you can say, oh geez, like yeah, this is pretty cool. I want to either keep it forever on the location, or what you do is you could generate some AI tags. Um, Pause you guys for a second, but it does the same jumperoo through Stripe. Okay, and then that should come back and rename the title, give it descriptions and meta tags. Um, Basically just organizing. And my eye or my picture for this is like AI art and music, and things like that. Sorry, I was gonna put Suno on, but I think I'm gonna call the the shot or the stream here. I might do another one video gaming or something, but for right now, wanted to go through this stuff, see if anyone's interested in how it's built and what it does. Um, so it goes through that complete process. Successful. Okay. And then it gives the general, this image depicts futuristic. That's all I really care for about. Gave, good thing. It's good image. I want to mint it on AR. So we do that. It gives you that this is what the details are. The NFT's name is going to be this long thing. It's going to be $4.99. That's pretty cheap. Um, I think I'm coming into the problem where I'm offering this stuff so cheap that it's like people think it's like garbage, and don't want to do it. But I was just given the most reasonably low price that I could give, where I'm paying a certain amount, but I'm doing it in like crypto, and different. I'm doing different transactions that are not that they're just complicated, um, and so it doesn't really make it like I could charge $100 for you to mint something forever. I mean, that's like, you know, you just got to sell that. But yeah, so like, but 4.99 is kind of like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Um, and that's where I thought, it came in. So it definitely could be done more, but I'm gonna pause this and put my wallet on. Um, which I think I'm running into an issue where, like, right now I'm tagging my MetaMask wallet on there. Um, so it asks you to connect a wallet, and I connected my wallet. You, I have an Rweave wallet, which I think for Rweave, if I wanted to mint it in an NFT, then I would want to use my Rweave wallet because that's where the NFT gets stored. I think it just gets stored in my thing. So anyway, so I mint it. I paid the fee. Or no, fee with minting. Let's see what this gives. Okay, so let's give them that again. 4.99. All right, so yep. So that should be good. Sorry, I got muted again. So that asking me for the connect the wallet again second time doesn't make sense. So it's already minted. So that's the problem I get into is that it clicks it and it doesn't say there's no success screen. Okay. Okay. Um, so that this part it mints it for 200 years on Arweave, but then it also mints it on Polygon so that you could sell it on OpenSea. Um, I'm just working through the semantics of that. Like it basically gets minted as yours. Like, and every NFT or anything that goes through, like it's yours. It's tagged to your wallet, and it's like digitally signed on the blockchain through your wallet, through the transactions of the. I'll show you all that, but it basically is under you, but the collection as a whole is uh, um, the site. So I have to work around, the user seeing that and saying it's the site owns it or something, and it's like, really, no, the site can go away and you'd still own that, and it's still permanent and still at a location. Um, okay, so let's go back to that. So this says it already got minted. Let me see if I refresh this. It still bugs. So if I go back here, I can go back to my NFTs. Should so no, should be on that account. The other thing is that there's a timing. Um, it takes probably like 5 minutes. It takes like 20 minutes for everything to go through. Um, but yeah, it's gonna say it's already minted. Okay. What I think is happening is it's just doing all the processes, and now it's gonna just take a second. Let me see. And then, okay. Sorry for this. Sucking my tokens away. Come on. So it's pretty cool when it happens. So these are like NFTs that I've made, um, and is the concept. But we'll get mine working so that you can see. But basically, this is on going to stay here for 200 years. That is minted, high quality. It's on a blockchain. You can see it full resolution at the site. You can see it, all the transactions that went through to have that happen. Um, it's legit. And then this one, like, took me 4 months to build this. I think it was like, yeah, there's tons of stuff that has to go on, and it's like so trying to do this is funny. I got scammed 3 times total, I think. No, I got scammed. Like, there was one person that tried to like just say like, different things about NFTs and whatnot to give him some things, and they was basically trying to outsmart, or like, basically, if somebody doesn't know about how it works, he was saying a lot of things that didn't make any sense, and it was trying to get me to give him specific keys, and I was like, "You're full of it," and then that. was the first one, but the second one was something small. It was like a transaction that just got like blasted. It was like $30 went right away to like after a contract was made, it went right to this wallet, and I was like, what the hell? Like that was just like money that I had set aside to build the project, and I was like, I didn't really have the like $30 to throw around at the time to like put into Coinbase to get over to Poly or something. It was ridiculous. I was like, oh no, I tried to put 30 or tried to put refund it, just fund the account, and Coinbase had blocked the account security wise for uh, it was going to be like a week, and I was like, I don't want to wait. I'm like, I get like this time to work on it, and uh, it just gone. And I was like, okay, so I flagged that wallet as hacked, and I was like, I don't know. And then the third time, I was just like, I was minting stuff, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. This works. Like, this is great 'cause it goes out. You can see it like it's on OpenSea. This one I put out for something. I'm not expecting like my NFT world to possibly blow up, but I'm expecting somebody to be out there that knows how to move their stuff, and they want it on OpenSea or they want it on the NFT market, and they want to sell it. I mean, this is technically one of a kind, 200-year saved, verified piece of artwork that is now tokenized or put on the blockchain through these transactions, and it's now on OpenSea where I'm putting it up for uh, 0 to 59 bucks, and then that was all estimated. I wouldn't have put it out there for that, but I asked a bunch of AIs what it would be worth, and that was what the price was. So I put it out there, and then I don't expect anyone to really get it, but um, I wanted to show up, and I think the cool part about the way that I have it all set up is that you could do any media. So if you have a song that you want to save for 200 years, you can use my platform to do that. You want to put that on a marketplace that is for NFT music, my platform will do that. Um, it will cover the transactions in crypto up until you are selling it on the site so that everything goes to your wallet. And the interesting part about all the contracts is that a certain percent of royalties will go to you for every artwork that you sell. So like 6% or 5%, I think, is put on the contract, and it has initially like the platform will get like 4% of that. And I put it like the platform gets 2% of any sales, and then the user will get 3% forever. So if this sells 7 times, the person that made it will get money. It'll trickle. So I don't know. Maybe there's a future in this. Maybe I'm beating a dead drum, but um, yeah, it's there. You could do this music, any media. Um, ultimate thought would be that it could be a platform for um, like an ultimate thought like is that you could take like a platform like X, and you can have the um, words that you're saying, or the if you really think that they're as important as a lot of people think that they are on X, is you mint those words in history for 200 years, and you can have your own social network of NFT information webbed together through a platform like mine. um, I don't think I'm one of like you know like a zillion, probably a bunch of people that know enough about this stuff to build something like that. I just don't know where it's going to go, and it just seems like the way to do things is like this is like permanent now. Like it's all documented, it's all legit. If I sold this, like it's like selling an actual piece of art. Like you could take this image and you can copy it, but you can't copy the NFT and the transactions that were there. Like you can remint this image, but there's always going to be a minted image that is dated previous to it. So this will always be that original image that would refute any other ones. So it's like, yeah, there's value there. But again, I don't have like the reach or the maybe the direction or something to get these things to float. But yeah, that's the platform. I got big things for this one. It's gonna do a lot, and I'm gonna push it out, and then hopefully it'll have some use. But I want a lot of my stuff to also uh, not take up. Like I can't start making NFTs and like all of a sudden people start calling me saying their NFTs are taking too long and they're yeah I don't want to get into that. I just think it's cool tech and it could be built upon. And I built something that will save whatever you want for 200 years NFT build, and then yeah, it does it through everything. So let's go back and see if the other thing is good. So I went there. Oh yeah, the second time or the third time I got uh, crypto hacked was they I had my I have all of my projects. I like open source, I'm like, hey, let's all build together. I love it, you know. So a lot of my GitHub was just public, and what had happened was that normally I don't keep a local or a environmental variable location, but for all of the transactions and crap that have to go on, there was a local GitHub account that the AI had put the um, what is it the secret key to the wallet basically in that, and then later on explained to me how there was like bots and like things that go through GitHub and just know the format and like basically scoop that up, and then yeah, so watch out your GitHub being public, and scoop up your private key, and then use that private key to basically authorize a transaction from your wallet to their wallet, and then once that happens, it's just like you get to look at all the transactions that happened, and you could just be like, what the, what the hell? And yeah, and then it's like I accidentally bought a token that was a different thing, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Now I own an NFT, or I own a token on Polygon, and it was worth like $40, and I was like, and it through the thing, it didn't seem like the hacker that got the account was able to pull that because it costs money to pull it. Um, but they had enough to, I think they deposited some money into the account to pay for it to get moved, and yeah, it's wild. So they took that, and then I found out why, and then I closed it down, and now I don't open source a lot of my stuff anymore because it's like there's too many people. I guess though I don't know. Like there's too many people that are out to do bad than they or out to not out for the benefit or for your benefit. They're just trying to steal your money, make you look stupid. Um, yeah, all the things. There's a lot more people out there trying to do that than they're backing you up. So watch your back, protect your GitHub. But yeah, that is that. Don't know why this is not minting, right? Go back to Followtronics. Followtronics. Small things like that are what drives me crazy in this whole. I want to make this stuff like I enjoy doing it, but there's so many little parts to it that I'm like, it's like annoyances. Like just doing the Joe Pro thing, I liked it. I was like, it's like a nickname that a couple people had given me for basically losing a GoPro in the ocean, and its name was Joe Pro, and so yeah, it's funny, and it kind of stuck, and so I got that, and then I must have offended the other Joe Pros in the world because there's other people out there that are like pushing their website up and making it known that they're the Joe Pro and like the only Joe Pro on Instagram. That's like killing me. So funny. And then the other thing that happened was like, which I don't even know if it's just coincidence, but like I don't believe too much in coincidences. Is that there was Followlytics. That was like the name. I was like, oh, it's such a catchy name. It's a good one. I had it, probably building on that for a while, and they this guy has followlytics.com 2025 purchased. Like, how? And then I'm like reading it up. It's like best SEO in the world. Like who, mega dude, and he's just like, come on, man. Like he swooped in, put a shitty product on there. I could tell. So then I just renamed it, and now I'm moving forward with it. But yeah, it's like stuff like that. It's like you really need to deal with people like that. Like why can't you always have to fight for stuff. And this is like just stuff that like I want to build it, and it's like nope. If you build it, you'll probably get a few $100s taken from you, a few $1,000 if you shut down your whole business because people want to do that. Um, yeah, uh, uh, yeah. So we got those fixed. Steaksmith. Uh, okay. I saw a couple other people join, so I'll go back and show some of the Followtronics. But right now I'm trying to figure out if this minted or not. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay. Alright, so it says that if I do it again, let's refresh this page. I don't even care anymore. Tells you don't load things that you're not planning to keep for 200 years. You get in trouble. Trust me. I'll yeah, make sure of it. Um,
So it is not minting again. I think it is minting it. It's just I don't want the transactions to get lost because it's got a little bug. It keeps running this, and I'll cut the stream here in a little bit. Um, been 2 hours. Getting late. Okay, hopefully I get all of my all my little web apps will be working 100% in just a moment. Yeah, so like there's the gallery is keeping track of like IDs and stuff. So there's like decentralized and then there's like a centralized, which means it's still stored on like a local storage and stuff like that. The NFTs themselves and the image, the artwork, the audio, the whatever you want to keep for 200 years and sell this to people, that is all decentralized. But then like your gallery and anything that you'd be doing on neural salvage would be the plan would be for you to have like a gallery and then have almost like the best of both worlds. Decentralized everything would have been like it's just like super complex to do like a gallery, if that makes sense. Like the gallery would be open sea, but like to do it in like the like store it on like Firebase or like Superbase or like store some of the gallery part of it like everybody else does that part where you could what like the salvage part would be is like you'd have like say you did AI art or you did art or digital whatever's you have your gallery and then people could pay you monthly to have access to your gallery so that you could authorize like their use of your images or your audio and then that it would be could be like just stuff that you've made that is not going to sell but it's like maybe somebody else could use it and then you'd have like a certain amount of that so that's like building the gallery part where you could possibly have like your own monetization through the app itself, like Neural Salvage, then you'll have your own salvage yard where people could subscribe to, and then you could kind of divvy out your things that you either NFT'd or you've just keep in your gallery, and then the NFTs and stuff that'll all be decentralized on the blockchain where it will then be on OpenSea for artwork. There's a couple. There's like a different place for audio, and then there's some other things that I'm planning to do. So, all right, let's get do this. So screw that. process already minted. Same process of fixing it. Get all the errors. Oh, still only has that 2. Go back here. Go to logs. Okay. So we'll close out of that for now because it is 1. I'm going to close this out. Probably play some games. So it looks like it is. It's minting. Um, Putting that to a signature is false. And what does this say? It always tries to do like a test environment or like what is it? Oh, we'll use mock data. Like we'll just make it look like it meant. I'm like, no, I don't want that at all. Uh, yeah. So anyway, we'll go back to see if this works. So let's see. We got that goes there. I don't want that. Try to go through my website and then I'll end it out here. It was the wrong spot. Cool, but we'll end it. Followtronics.com. What you could do here is amazing, and I'd like to say groundbreaking technology. No, it's good technology that is used to get your follower data, get anybody's follower data. You can go in. There's a deal going on for 7 days. It's already cheap as hell. Um, but basically, you put in a username 200, 500 free. You could just do that all day. Um, get your friends, get your accounts that you think are small that deserve better, get them rolling if you want to, spend the $4 or whatever if they have over 500. Um, you could do tons of stuff. You could probably resell this, like getting this, so it's going to cost $4.99. Um, it says that it is found data that is correlated because it keeps track of like running numbers so that people don't spam it, stuff like that. But it could potentially, if anyone's interested, that it could enhance, it would get like some enhanced features where it could show you if you run it on the first of the month and you run it on the last of the month, it could show you the differences and all of it. It can give you all of the analytics that you can get from your followers, is what this can do. But um, we'll just pick a artist. So what this is supposed to do is it gives you a free report with it. It's a perk that I thought was nice. Got go to the emails, go to checkout. I'm gonna blank you guys for a second. Okay, then it goes through, says your payment's received, starts making presentations, puts together a nice little presentation for you off of what you've described in the previous prompt of what you want the presentation to be majority about. It gives you your files in CSV, JSON, Excel. You just click that, you save it, and you got an Excel sheet with all your lists. Gives you tons of data, all of the things that you need to find bots, to find accounts that you don't think are good, find out other people's true account metrics, uh, and then hopefully we got a presentation that's going to pop out here soon. And eventually, see, it's supposed to wait. BR Flux, love you, brother. Always, just like my ex, you know, uh, the guy, he always supports what I'm doing, so awesome, love it. Um, yeah, go back to followers. So presentation's ready. And then this gives me a nice little presentation of your audience, what you could do to work on. It gives you everything that everybody else kind of gives you. I am assuming like the one thing that I guess differentiates me from like the other apps, which I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to like take from other people's you know apps. Like I don't want to. I just think that the follower data is what everybody complains most about. Is like if you're not getting enough reach, you really need to see what metrics you are doing in the beginning. Like who's the 1% of that first initial account. Like if your followers are all shit, like you're going to post to shit people. Like no offense, and it's like you don't want to do that. If there's accounts that you have on you that are trying to manipulate the game and unfollow you if they see your post, and they have 100,000 followers, and it shows the algorithm that you're doing. You could use this to figure out, the people that are not in your best interests. Um, you get a report. So you could run this on anybody's account, and you could get a report for them, and say my X analysis costs $100 an hour, and charge for 2 hours, and run this once. It, I don't know. That's just a thought. You got a full report, and then you could take the Excel sheet and do all of the data analysis that you want. Um, in my head, this is a great opportunity for people to really get down to the bottom of what their follower account does, following does, or get to know them a little bit better. Um, you know, some of the people that you use that think their timelines and stuff are a little bit more focused. Yeah, and it kind of just gives you the data. So I'm not trying to do too much with that yet unless it's really needed. But I was bringing up before, a lot of public data, like all of the information I'm getting through these is public data. The amount of public data that you can get is a lot, and it's like this is just tapping into some APIs that uh, basically you can get the followers and get information on them, but you there's like if they have a LinkedIn profile, like then you can have the link a LinkedIn connection to databases that they have you know things that scour those sites for data. You just got to pay the fee to get the information from the data. It's all public, so it's just a matter of like you can't really break some rules. There's certain things you got to do, and yeah, well, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here. But that NFT thing has been kind of bothering me. So here we go, NFT yard. Oh, okay. Yeah, something's fucked up. Yeah, something's broken. But I'll let you guys go. I'll fix my NFT thing. That one is a work in progress, but it does mint out to the two things. That's neuralsalvage.drillpro.ai. If you want to get involved in that, that is really in its first legs. I plan to maybe launch this one out around Christmas time, once it's all smoothed out, and then I'm not really like for all of this. Like, I don't know if I anticipate a lot of people really jumping on it. It's harder to, get apps in people's hands, I think, than it is. Like, I've built a lot of things that I think are great, and it gets nowhere. So, yeah, this could all in 3 months be three new projects, four new projects, because uh, they don't get any traction. Uh, and whether that's my presence, my whatever I'm doing, I gotta figure out if there's a way to fix it. Um, maybe get more people interested in the stuff that uh, I think is useful. Like there's a way for this to be presented to people where they're like, yeah, I definitely want to save this music that I made for 200 years. I want to save it for that long. I would like it to be documented that I have created this and it's been kind of created and minted on the blockchain, and uh, then sell it to somebody that's willing to be interested in it. I don't think the market's there yet. I don't know much about it, but I know that it seems to be that's the direction. And it seems like if you want to save something that's valuable for a long time, the perma web is a good way to do it. Uh, yeah. So that kind of broke down a bunch, but yeah. If you ever anybody that's watching, DM me if you have any questions or if you care, or if you don't, or maybe if you want to get some help or guidance, whatever, I'll give you free codes to use the apps. They're kind of just in the beginning. This is, I call it a soft launch, but it's mainly I have it built for the Followtronics, and it's all out there. I'm just doing like the SEO work right now, um, and yeah, trying to get it so that it shows up on searches. Which what I had to do was I had to go into the Google Search Console, add the sitemaps, have AI do the sitemaps, and then I'm having an index pages, which is going to take a bit. I had to inspect. That was like some of the SEO parts. You have to create a monsters.txt page, monsters.txt, robots.txt page for the robots to understand that it can crawl. I think there's lots of stuff that it does, but that's this page. Um, yeah, anything else, just let me know, and I'll try to be better at. Oh, maybe I'll leave with this again. I did it last night, but one of the apps that I built on the site. So the before I went off in the rants about fixing it all, is that the site has apps too. So it's gonna have conversations with Gork. Oh, that says that, but it um, should talk to Grok. Grok is funny. All right, but yeah, it has I'm creating what I think is gonna be a cool feature. I'm wanting to label it Nana Banana Vision, but it's gonna be a using the AI technology that we have for Nano Banana, where it will what Nano Banana is good at is taking an image and this is one of my NFTs, uh, and uh, height, and I did this last night too, so I wonder how different it's going to come up. But it will take the image and then it'll create a very good image, like add additions and um, I believe it does a lot of uh, like understanding of the image, uh, what is it? The like the location on the image. So like it should know to create a hat. Oh, um, that a little glitch to it, but um, yeah, it like I think it knows like the relative spot of the hat or where the hat should go, and then it creates a hat and then it fits it well. So yeah, no. But I have a plan to use this to make some videos, which I think could come out pretty good. Um, yeah, and yeah, go to Followtronics. Um, I think it will help anyone out on X. Uh, Let me know what you think. Appreciate anybody that looked at this, and have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna do a video game stream if anyone's interested in that. I'll probably do that in a little bit. All right, have a good night.